In the early 90s, we were depending on the Middendorf aquifer. That is a major aquifer in the coastal plain, and we were seeing pretty substantial declines. So a couple of things happened. One is we helped push for legislation for the Groundwater Use and Reporting Act. We also went on a search for water supplies, supplemental water supplies, in addition to our groundwater supply. And after much study and deliberation, we chose the Charleston water system as a wholesale water supplier for Mount Pleasant Waterworks. So what we have is we have conjunctive use. We have surface water and groundwater. And in addition to that, in order to help buffer those seasonal demands, we implemented aquifer storage and recovery wells. And we were one of the first utilities in South Carolina to use that resource for meeting your seasonal demands, which really has helped us, kind of shave the peak, so to speak. Instead of having to build extra capacity, firm capacity to meet your seasonal demand, we use seasonal storage as a way to help supply our demands. Having a water resources plan is essential, especially when you're growing at the rate Mount Pleasant has been growing over the last two decades, actually. We're seeing strong residential growth, commercial as well as multifamily growth. So the demand on our water system in terms of capacity, we're seeing that. Although the actual sale of water has been impacted quite dramatically by the precipitation we've had in the last 3 or 4 years. The real challenge is trying to predict just how much water you're going to sell in a year. We have not sold as much water as we did in 2008 to date. So in the last 5 years, we have yet to meet those sales projections of 2008, and it's primarily attributable to the variability of precipitation, the intensity of precipitation, when it occurs, when normally in the past we would see a dry spring, we would see pretty strong sales in the June time frame. We haven't seen that lately. I think one of the major things that South Carolina needs is a strategic water resources plan. We can devise ways that we can become collaborative in our decision-making processes as to how we move forward in managing and protecting, preserving, and sustaining our water resources. Water sustains life, all forms of life. It is our job to be sure that we sustain water.